In a move as crazy as this college football season has been, Lincoln Riley has left for the USC job over LSU or staying in Norman. Riley took over for Bob Stoops on June 7, 2017 and has put together a 55-10 record that includes 4 Big 12 titles, 3 college football playoff appearances, and 2 Heisman winners. Riley told the media after their loss to Oklahoma State that he would not be the next LSU head coach, and he spoke on the school's leadership saying, "I have no concern about our administration, our AD, our president. We've been through a lot together. This isn't our first rodeo together. So we've always had conversations about the future, and certainly with all that's changing right now in the college football landscape, all that's getting ready to change. For us, at some point, here we transition into a new conference. Those are always conversations that we're going to have. We would be having those yearly no matter what. We're always, all of us, are trying to make this place better, make this program better, and so you don't do that without working together, conversing with each other. So of course we're going to continue to do that. We work well together, and we're going to keep working well together." Riley was offered a reported $12 million a year from LSU, and Oklahoma was attempting to match that number. At the time of recording, the details on Lincoln's USC contract is unknown, but it had to be a crazy deal to pull him away from the Oklahoma Sooners. So where does Oklahoma go now? The big name being thrown around is Arizona Cardinals head coach Kliff Kingsbury, who only has 1 year left on his $5.5 million contract. If there's one thing Kingsbury will be able to get out of this, it is negotiation power and a very nice new contract, whether that be with the Sooners or Arizona Cardinals. Currently, Kingsbury has the Cardinals sitting at 9-2 in his 3rd year as the NFL head coach. The red flag for Kingsbury is the fact that he was not very successful while as a head coach at Texas Tech, putting together a 35-40 record in 6 years, only having 2 winning seasons. According to Cards Wire, he loves that the NFL is all football and he doesn't have to deal with grades or boosters. Kingsbury has developed a reputation when it comes to developing quarterbacks, coaching both Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes in college. After he was fired by Texas Tech, Kingsbury ironically signed a contract with USC as their offensive coordinator before the Cardinals swooped in. 1 month into being USC's offensive coordinator, Kingsbury resigned from the position, leading to decommitments from his recruits, and would be replaced by fellow Texas Tech Red Raiders quarterback Graham Harrell. While at Texas Tech, the Red Raiders averaged a 20th ranked offense with an outlier of 55th best in 2014. If you take away that year, then the average is 14th best offense over that 5-year time span, if you round up. The problem was their scoring defense, which ranked on average 109th nationally over that time span. But when all things are said and done, I still think Kingsbury will be the Cardinals head coach come the start of the 2022 season with a nice pay raise. But it's worth mentioning because crazier things have happened. The next name I want to mention is Kentucky's head coach Mark Stoops. Stoops is the younger brother of former Oklahoma head coach great Bob Stoops and has become a Kentucky legend while with the Wildcats. 24/7 Sports' Brandon Marcello writes, "The opportunity to lift the Sooners out of a state of confusion and contend immediately for a championship in the Big 12 and later the SEC is too obvious for the younger Stoops to overlook, and it's too simple of a decision for the athletic director to overthink. Stoops has enough knowledge of the Sooners program to jump in and immediately keep them on track. He is also an avid recruiter capable of turning competitive teams into SEC contenders, and with the Sooners soon transitioning as early as 2022 from the Big 12 to the SEC, who else is more qualified to lead the Sooners into a new frontier? No one." Stoops is 46-27 after starting his career at Kentucky with a 12-26 record when the program was not in a good place. He's only 2 wins away from Paul Bear Bryant's record for most career wins at Kentucky. Stoops has done a great job when it comes to recruiting, especially when you look at how well he has recruited the Midwest and can also develop players as well. Marcelo writes, "Stoops is also relatively cheap. His buyout is only $1.75 million and an easy bill for the Sooners to pay for one of the SEC's best coaches. And doubling a $5 million salary to entice him to leave Lexington is a no-brainer. The Sooners can do a lot worse, and probably will, by not hiring a coach perfectly qualified to transition a blue blood program into a blue blood football conference. The reason he might not want to leave is because of the success his brother had at the school, and he would not want that over his head and overshadow his success. Also, he has ultimate job security at Kentucky. That being said, if he has any itch to leave, this might be the perfect situation for him to do so. I just want to pause this video for a second and ask you, you, who you think will be the next head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and to subscribe to the channel. It helps the video do better in the algorithm. Now, let's get back to the video. The next person I want to talk about is Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel. Heupel was the quarterback on Oklahoma's last national championship winning team and finished second in the Heisman voting that year. Heupel has done a great job turning around the Tennessee program as he dealt with some crazy offseason situations, guiding them to a 7-5 record this year. Before Tennessee, Heupel had a 28-8 record as the head coach of UCF and was an assistant for the Sooners from 2006 to 2014. The issue is, he may not want to leave Tennessee as he is finally turning the program in the right direction. Matt Campbell may be a serious name to watch when it comes to the Oklahoma Sooners. He has been in the conversation for the Florida, LSU, and USC job, and if he doesn't have a contract ready to go for LSU right now, then Oklahoma may be a better fit for him. The reason I say that is because he has coached in the Big 12 the last few years and has only coached in the Midwest. Granted, Oklahoma is technically not a part of the Midwest, but it's a better fit for him when it comes to his footprint. Campbell has had the Sooners number in previous years. If he is able to get Iowa State to a 9-3 record, imagine what he could do with the talent and resources he will have at Oklahoma. Jeff Lebby is a native of Texas and produced some high-powered offenses at Ole Miss. He graduated from Oklahoma and has spent time as an assistant at Baylor and UCF. He does not have a ton of coaching experience though. On that same note, Brent Venables has done a great job at Clemson as their defensive coordinator and was an Oklahoma assistant from 1999 to 2011. He hasn't seemed eager to take a head coaching job in the past though, but according to Carl Reed from 24/7 Sports, these two guys along with Mark Stoops are possible early candidates to keep an eye on. The next big question to ask is, does Bob Stoops get the itch to coach at the college level again after coaching the Sooners in their bowl game this year? While he was the Sooners head coach, he compiled a 190-48 record and has won a national championship and 10 Big 12 titles. Stoops has been a part of the Big Noon Kickoff and coached in the XFL during the 2020 season. If he wants to coach at Oklahoma again, he would probably be given the job, no questions asked. The issue is, he is 61 and may want to stay retired. No matter what, he will definitely be involved in choosing the next head coach. Some honorable mentions that I want to mention that make the list are Luke Fickell, Dave Aranda, Lane Kiffin, Jay Norvell, and a promotion from within. The reason Fickell is on this part of the list, like in my other coaching search videos, is the fact that if he is able to get Cincinnati to the playoffs, then schools won't want to wait to hire him until January. With how crucial the early signing period will be for Oklahoma, I don't see the Sooners wanting to wait that long. Although Aranda has said he is happy at Baylor and is planning to sign an extension, does the opening of the Oklahoma job change his mind? I don't see him leaving if he didn't take the LSU job, but until that contract is signed, he is a name worth mentioning, and anything can happen. Kiffin is an excellent recruiter and an offensive-minded coach that has had success at Ole Miss and FAU, but I don't see him taking the Oklahoma job over Miami if that job becomes open. Jay Norvell has had a ton of experience and was an assistant at Oklahoma from 2008 to 2014, but would be the worst case scenario for the Sooners with some of the other available names. Lastly, a promotion within worked well last time, and Alex Grinch would probably be that guy after improving the Sooners defense since taking the job in 2019. The issue is, he has no previous head coaching experience at the FBS level, but neither did Lincoln Riley when he took the job. If I had to choose a coach today, I think the next Oklahoma coach will have a Stoops last name. But what do you think? Who will be Oklahoma's next head coach? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.